my heart chokes. Like Midas, everything you touch turns gold. You dance in the hallway like nobody's told. You say my name so softly, like it's a little word. Yeah. Every time you're near me, all my doubts get blurred. You take my day, turn it bright, brand new. Every look you give says I choose you. I get you more than anybody ever could. You get me in a way I never understood. And every little smile, every little move you do. Ooh, baby, I don't need a reason. I just know. I just know. I get you. Yeah, it's all about your dreams, eyes wide, shining clear. And you tell the wildest stories I could listen for years. And you roll your eyes and kiss me when I'm stubborn and proud. You pull me back to center when my thoughts get loud. You take my fear, turn it into truth. Yeah. Every time you touch me, I remember you. I get more than anybody ever could. You get me, in a way I never understood. Every little smile, every little move you do. Ooh, baby, I don't need a reason. I just know. I just know. I get when the world feels heavy on my shoulders, you lean in, lay your head right over mine. You say we can carry this together, and just like that, I'm fine. Oh, I'm fine.
Welcome to the show. Everybody is Dee. I'm glad you're here. Let's get into some things. I hope you're ready, cause this is what I do. It's all about different perspectives in here. Where you gon' get the real, no BS in here. We keep it real as we can. You can tell your truth and feel comfortable here. DeeDee's reactions, videos and live things. DeeDee's reactions, she's about to put on a show. These reactions, just to let you know, like, share, subscribe. We about to go live. It's DeeDee's reactions. Keep it real, keep it DeeDee's reactions. What you gon' do? DeeDee's reactions. We about to go live. Subscribe. We about to go live. It's DeeDee's reactions. Ooh, ooh. Ooh, ooh. Ooh, ooh.
What up, YouTube? It's your girl DeeDee. Welcome back to another live stream, another impromptu live stream, you guys. I hope y'all are doing well. Shout out to everybody in the building, everybody watching, y'all. I'm just back with a quick update, and also, you know, just to chime in on a few topics, you guys. But listen, as you come into the building, make sure you hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button. Also, put a 1 in the chat really quickly, just to make sure, so I can know that you guys can hear me. 1 in the chat if the audio is good. 1 in the chat if the audio is good, y'all. So we're going to go over a few things. Make sure as you come in, you hit the like button. Hit the like button. That definitely helps the channel out, you guys. I hope y'all are doing well. I hope everybody is chilling. and doing good. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to everybody in the building, everybody who supports the channel, you guys. Also, if you are new in the building and you like the content, but you have not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. It is free to subscribe. Hit the subscribe button. It's free to subscribe. All right. All right. What's going on, y'all? I see Hustle the Great in the building. What's going on? Ryan from the 8 in the building. Shamari Fears in the building. Frank G Life, what's going on? Frank G, Boxman G, 2164, Acer 274, Slump Down. Shout out to you. Ciao. Shout out to y'all. Thank y'all so much for being here. Listen, y'all, I want to talk about a few things and then we're going to be out of here. I'm not going to keep y'all too long, trust me. But as you come into the building, hit the like button. Also, if you want to support the channel, you can support via Super Chat or a Cash App. That helps the channel to grow. If you love the content and you want to see more, make sure you are supporting in that way, you guys. So shout out to y'all. Thank y'all so much for being here. So I want to get into this Geno Smith situation really, really quickly. You know, these sort of situations are not shocking anymore. You know, we've seen so much of this play out, to the point now people have just become numb to these types of situations, and you kind of see them coming. And, you know, it's unfortunate that we are to that place now where none of this is shocking, that we see so much of these allegations and all these things. It's hard to tell when something like this is really happening or when somebody is really being attacked or really being assaulted, because so many of these situations end up in a bunch of lies. So it makes it difficult for you to even, you know, to believe when it may be really happening. But in this Geno Smith situation, so this man is under an active investigation, y'all. So New York Jets quarterback Geno Smith is under active investigation by police in Davie, Florida, right? Following battery allegations made by a woman claiming to be his ex-girlfriend, y'all. Officers were called to Smith's residence, but no arrests were made at the scene. So the woman posted, and I'm going to show the video that was posted, a 85-second video on social media accusing Smith of physical assault, destroying her computer, and taking money, right? These are the allegations. She also alleged the dispute involved child care issues. Police initially classified the situation as an inactive or closed case on Monday, but the Davie Police Department announced on Tuesday that detectives have opened an active ongoing investigation, right? The mother of Smith's 6-year-old son publicly defended the NFL player on Instagram. The mother of his child defended him on Instagram, claiming that Smith's accuser was the actual source of the drama, right? So neither Geno Smith nor the New York Jets organization has issued a public statement addressing the investigation. So the mother of his child says that he's not the problem, that the accused ex-girlfriend allegedly is the one who is instigating and starting these issues. But we're not shocked. You know what I'm saying? Allegedly she started. Let's get into this video that Jeremy Holloway posted on Instagram. And I want to pull this up. And y'all just listen and look at what is being said and what she's doing. And I don't know if you guys have already seen this, but let me know your thoughts in the chat. Let's get into it. Here we go.
She just called the police.
Geno just beat my ass. That's why.
She coming here and
I came in there, I put 7 down, and I left. You ran outside and attacked me, bitch.
Call the police, man. This is crazy.
You came outside and attacked me.
My family.
You, I don't give a about y'all, bitch.
Girl, what the hell are you doing?
Leave my neighborhood.
You broke my computer. You.
You terrified for your life, but you running back towards him. You talking crazy to him. You had already called the police. Instead of you just leaving, because apparently you said he was putting his hands on you. Instead of you just leaving and waiting until the cops got there, you running, trying to make a scene. This is my thing. You posted this on your story. It's on your story. It's not just a post. So you was recording while it happened. Your biggest thing is trying to ruin his career, ruin his image. That's why this was a thing. You didn't go through the process of calling the police, and then eventually the police reports come out. Teens found out about it. Now it's on Sports Center. Okay, no. You wanted this to be seen.
Of course.
I say this to say, fellas, never mess with a woman like this. Y'all can say what y'all want to say. I don't know if he put his hands on her or not. All thing I know was this particular video, it was unnecessary. She could have just left.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so that's all he posted on this. But yeah, I mean, listen, this is where you can, how y'all say, call cap on some of these situations. A lot of times it's for attention, to try to ruin the person's reputation and then try to sue for some coins. That's really a lot of times what it is. Once again, we don't know if there was any physical assault or anything like that, but her actions does not point to that, in my opinion. When somebody is getting their hair beat between the washer and dryer, they don't have time to go on social media. They're busy trying to de-escalate the situation and get the hell up out of there and call the police. And if you're getting your head beat in between the washer and the dryer, then there will be some evidence of that. And then you would call the police, get to safety, and he would be arrested. But in this particular case, in these allegations, allegedly, I'm going to say, nobody was arrested. She's claiming these things, but nobody was arrested. It looks like it was like an open and shut case, but then now they're investigating because she's claiming he destroyed her property, her computer. She's claiming, that he assaulted her and things of that nature. And so far there must not be enough proof or anything to prove that. So now they're looking into it to see what is actually happening and if there's any proof of it. If there's no proof of it, then they're going to move on. But a lot of times when they get involved with these types of women, these women know that a lot of times when they, bring up allegations on a man, that it could be detrimental to him. They know that they have the benefit of the doubt just being a woman, and that, and especially in these high profile situations where this could ruin his, just the allegation alone could ruin his career. It doesn't even have to be true. Look at the Johnny Depp situation and Amber Heard. Look at the situation there. He lost work because of the allegations, even though he had to fight and go through the whole trial and all of that situation to prove that he was innocent. But he still lost jobs simply because of an allegation. So that means a woman could just say you did something, even though it could be a total lie, and your life still could be ruined until you have to prove that you're telling the truth. So in a lot of these cases, the women are always believed. This is why that whole idea of, believe all women is just bullshit. Like they don't lie. When I know, in fact, a lot of women lie. That is some bullshit, and that is detrimental to a man's livelihood. And this, we say these men need to vet these women properly and really see what these women are about. But even when you do that, to be honest, when mad they come, you don't know what these heifers gonna do. You don't know how they're going to respond. You don't know what they're going to try to do, how they're going to try to lie. So the best thing you can do, and I always say this in every situation, in all these situations, cameras, record her. Have cameras outside. I don't care what it costs. Cameras inside your home, cameras outside your home. Hell, cameras on your body, on your person. Because that's the only way you're going to be able to protect yourself. So when she started lying and making up shit, put cameras in your car. So when they start plotting and want to make up stuff, you can catch them in action, because you just never know how some of these people are going to respond. You would think, that they would just walk away and handle it in a proper fashion. But a lot of times people don't. When mad they come, this is how the true nature of a person. So start something, test them out, start something, see how they handle it, see how when they get mad, what they do. Because a lot of times this is what this chick is out here running like somebody running behind her, like somebody doing her something, screaming and stuff. So you want to get the attention of people in the area so it can look like he's doing you something, and you can run and lie to the police and say, oh my God, look, see, this is what he did to me. You got to watch these women. I'm telling you, in that Amber Heard situation, this lady fake bruises. She used makeup that they use for the movies to pretend like this man made up fake bruises. Like they will go to the ends of the earth to try to make you look like a bad person. And that's just what it is, and will lie and make up false allegations on you and have you looking stupid in the public and have your job in jeopardy. And so this is why you have to really, really be careful with who you're dealing with, and pay attention to these heifers. Like pay attention to these women, because these women will lie to have you in a situation that you can't get out of, and they be lying down. Now, once again, if he did something to her, then the police showed up or whatever, they're looking into it. They're going to be able to prove it. Like, what proof do you have? And if he's done all of these things to you, why are you still at his house? Why don't you get the hell up out of there? You see, when the allegations prove it was false, then there's nothing happens. And I think also, too, when anybody come up with these false allegations against somebody and you find out that they lied, they need to go to jail. You need to start penalizing these folks for lying. There needs to be a penalty for you lying and making up shit that you know was not true. You need to do some time for that. That'll stop them from doing it. If you know that there's a potential that you will go to jail for lying on a person, then you might stop doing it. But just to sit up here and let them just walk off after all of this, it's diabolical, in my opinion. So once again, I guess they'll continue to investigate the situation to see what exactly happened. But clearly, she don't look like her head was beating between the washer and the dryer. I mean, she's running out here, screaming and all of that. But I mean, if she had bruises or she had something on us, you don't think she would have shown us? She would have shown us what happened to her if he really was assaulting her and doing all of this. They wouldn't waste any time showing you what the person did to them. So you should screaming and making it up to make him look bad. And that's just what it is. But I think once again, and I still say it, these guys, y'all got to watch out for these chicks. Like, y'all really got to really stop going off of these cute faces and bodies and all that and not paying attention. Because once they reel you in and lie and build up a case against you, you're going to have a hard time getting out of that situation. And before you get to the bottom of it and the truth, child, you've been lost work, got fired, whatever your positions are, you're just going to be looking bad out in these streets. So y'all got to be careful. Successful MD, thank you for the super chat, says, it's so easy for a bitter woman to lie on a man. It is. But it takes thousands of dollars to clear you. It does, unfortunately. These above average Tubi actors are slick. Now, above average Tubi. I want to be in a Tubi movie. Somebody said I kind of do now. I wonder what I could do. These Tubi movies are funny as hell. But anyway, thank you, Successful MD. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for the super chat and for the support. I do think, something needs to be done about false allegations, because these men have so much to lose when these women just make stuff up. And I just think it's just unfortunate and unfair that they can lie, and when the truth comes out, they just get to sail into the sunset. Go live your life per usual. Try to find somebody else that you can make something about on. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I don't think that that's right. And you're right. The fact that they have to spend thousands of dollars, have to hire lawyers, do all kinds of stuff to clear their name is ridiculous. I think the women should have to pay for that when it's found out that they've lied. I think you should have to pay their court costs, and you should do some time depending on if your allegations were false, but if they were true, whatever time that he would have gotten for something like that, if he did it, you lying and making it up, you should be held accountable for that same amount of time, and they should do that time. That's what I think should happen. And then that would stop them from lying. The same way you have people calling the police on folks, accusing them of doing stuff that they're not doing. These people who were calling the police could jeopardize these people's lives. Whatever crime he would have been, charged for, they should get it. There should be some type of penalty and jail time for people making false allegations. You should go to jail, and you should pay some type of restitution, because I don't think that that's fair. And that really puts a lot of people's lives at jeopardy. And then they just walk off and keep going like nothing. I just don't think that that's right. And especially when these people who are in a spotlight, because they have to spend more money to clear their names. I just think anybody really in that situation, there needs to be something done about that. Now, I don't know the ins and the outs of this whole situation. You know, once again, I will say, listen, if somebody is assaulting you, if somebody is, you know, doing something to you, they need to be held accountable. But so often in these cases, we see that is not the case. And a lot of these women are making it up because they're mad, because they get mad and they feel like, hey, I'm gonna ruin your life. I don't give a damn. You're not doing what I want you to do, or they mad for whatever reason. They just feel the need to make stuff up that they know will ruin you. And they just keep going with it. And I just think that is unfortunate. And it shouldn't be a situation where we just believe all women, because they do lie. And we've seen several cases of that. In general, you know that there are men who lie and there are women who lie. Women aren't exempt from lying. I don't understand where all this come from. This Me Too movement has really messed the minds of women up, to really want people to believe that y'all just don't, well, women don't lie, that these are just some, I don't know what the hell they think women are. Women will lie to the end. Come on, like that's crazy. This idea that women believe all women and women don't lie at all. I just thought that was a stupid concept, and it just you know, add more fuel to the fire and gives them more of an incentive to keep lying and making up stuff just because they're mad. I don't like it. And I think something definitely needs to be done about it, y'all. I think it's unfortunate that this happens. And for men to have to try to clear their name and spend all this money it's just insane to me. And nothing gets done to that person at all. They just make it up and then, oh, well, you busted me. Oh, well, let me go back to my life. Whatever. I lied, and what? Who gonna check me, boo? Type of attitude, like, oh, I could just make this up anytime I want, and that's the privilege of being a woman. I could just do what I want, and there's no consequences. That's not right. And then they're the ones who talk about equality, and you want equal rights of a man. No, you don't. You only want the ones that benefit you. You don't want the ones when it says, you know, equality in all areas, where, hey, if a man commits a crime and he gets 10 years in jail, he get it, and if you do that same crime, you get y'all don't want that, because it's not fair. It's really not equal across the board. The same way when we look at child support laws, how men are arrested. We just looked at the case of Faison Love. You got to go to jail if you don't pay child support. And there are men who have come out and talked about the fact that when women are put on, which most of them are not put on child support, but the ones that are, they don't usually pay their child support, and nothing happens. They don't go to jail. They just, oh, well, you just owe it. Oh, well, there are double standards, and there are excuses for women versus men. A woman could be put on child support, don't ever pay ever, and nobody comes to pick her up and put her in jail. I just don't think that that's right. And all of the onus is on the men, and that's unfortunate. And then women wondering why men don't approach and don't want to fool with them. Baby, if I was a man, I wouldn't fool with y'all either. I would distance myself, and I would get ghosts, and I'll just mind my business, because who wants their life disrupted in that way? Especially when you're not doing anything. When you're not committing crimes, you're not beating on nobody, you're not hurting anybody, you're just trying to live your life. And then these women, because they get mad in many of these cases, they want to, hell, even look, if a man cheated on you, even y'all already know, I don't condone cheating whatsoever. I think it's disgusting. If you want somebody else, leave that person alone and go do whatever you want. When you know, don't commit to somebody just to not have an obligation to them. I don't believe in it. I think if you want multiple people, go do it on your own terms. Don't have that woman, like I said the other live, locked down and she got to be faithful while you just busting down every chick you can't. Hell no. Or vice, either way. No, just go be single and you can do whatever you want. You don't owe nobody no explanation. So I don't condone cheating, but what I'm saying, even if somebody cheated on you, that still doesn't give you a right to lie on them. That still doesn't, that's not an excuse for you to lie on them and make up stuff on them and have their lives ruined. No, walk away. You wouldn't want somebody to do that to you. That's still not an excuse for you to lie and make up shit on the person. No, hell no. Successful MD says, true DV victims don't want people to know they are. Facts. We hear that all the time. A lot of women who go through that, they don't want to be exposed. They don't feel good about it. They're not trying to record, because they know that, you know, if you got a crazy person that's an actual abuser, you don't want to tip them off. You don't want to, get them even angrier. You don't want that, because if you're trying to film and do it, you know that's going to make it'll be worse for them. And it's so unfortunate that this is happening, because there are people who are actually going through some real issues somewhere tucked off that we don't even know about. And those people aren't getting the help or the attention that they need. And I think that is unfortunate. And so, yeah, people who are really in these situations, they're not highlighted. They're not brought to the fore because they're afraid. They truly are afraid. And these people out here faking and lying every chance you get are the ones that get the attention and then comes to find out that they're lying, allegedly. That's crazy, though. Thank you, Successful MD. I appreciate you so much for the super chat. Yeah, but this is crazy. And I just think, people, they need to stop it. Stop lying and making stuff up and tell the truth. And if this person is doing something that you don't like, walk away. We need to normalize keeping your hands to yourself and walking away from situations that you don't like. That's it. Leave that person alone. You don't have, nobody is forcing you to be with him. Leave him alone. They're saying that this is his ex-girlfriend. So girl, move on. But these women be so bitter and so mad a lot of times because they're not getting what they want out of the situation. Half of these women don't even be liking these dudes for real. Yeah, they just be with them for the money. And when you don't get what you want out of them, now your true colors come out. And how you really feel about them really comes out. And that's what we see on a regular basis. They be there for the money and the clout. And when these men aren't foolish enough to just pay your bills and give you all the money you want, oh my God, then you start spazzing out because you feel like you wasted your time. You wasted your time trying to finesse somebody. In many of these cases, I'm not saying that that's what this case was. I don't know. But in a lot of these types of situations, these women be mad because what they came for, they wasn't able to get. And so instead of you saying that, you can't say that, oh, I was here to use him, or I was just trying to, I don't really like him. I just was here to get some money out of him. He didn't, and I didn't end up getting it. So now you pissed that things aren't going your way. So you try to find another way to get what you want out of him. And a lot of times that's by lying, making the old, oh, he assaulted me. Oh, he abused me for all this time I was with him. Why the hell you stayed there if he was abusing you for months and months and months and months? Why are you still with him? Why? What's wrong with you that you allow somebody to sit here and knock your head between the wash and dryer and you stay? Are you wrapped tight? What's going on with you? Because you might need some psychological help. So if he's crazy, then you are too. Crazy attracts crazy. So if he's crazy and he's spazzing out, you are too. So you need to get some help too. Why would you stay in a relationship with a person who's knocking your head between the wash and dry? And you just sit there and take it until one day you get fed up and then you go to the public and tell the public, oh, he been abusing me for years and I just sat here and I took it. So now I'm calling him out on social media instead of going to the police. Did you go to the police? Why was your first instinct to come to social media and tell we can't do shit about it. We can't do nothing. We can't stop it from knocking your head between the wash and dryer. Why are you coming go to the police? Have some evidence. Why don't you figure out how to record some of this so you can have evidence to prove it? And then when you have that, boom, then you can get justice. But no, it's just one day they wake up inside, oh, this is what he been doing to me, y'all. And I'm telling y'all, like what can the public do? Doesn't make any sense. The word no will show you a person's character. It does. I believe it does. I do. Because these are people who are not, you can't trust these folks. And this is why I say you can't trust the big butt and smile. A lot of times, and that's the truth, men are drawn into these women by their beauty and by their booty. And then you don't vet these women long enough. You don't see if they batshit crazy or nothing. You just, trust them and get with them because you want to bust that down. And they cute and all of that. And then they ruin your whole world. Look at this. Look at what Shannon Sharp had to go through. And not even only Shannon, a lot of them. You got to deal with these women when you realize they're crazy after the fact. But then you're in a situation, caught in an allegation, caught in something that could ruin your life, cause you to lose work, money, all of that. Like all of that could be avoided. If you just really pay attention to these women, tell them no, test them, do some things to see how they get mad and how far they will go. And then to leave them alone. Just look at them, pay attention. Stop being blinded by the booty. and look at them for what they really are. You know, and so you won't be in these type of situations because it's not good. I don't think that they're good. Thank you once again, Successful MD. I appreciate you. Make sure y'all are hitting the like button. Hit the like button, y'all. Hit the like button. Shannon Sharp guilty as well. Look, you know, once again, they're blinded by the booty. You want to bust this woman down and do what you want with her in that way, but not paying attention. That lady, that white chick that's finesse, initially finessed Shannon Sharp, that girl was setting that up allegedly the whole time. If you listen and if y'all remember what she was doing and by recording him and stuff, she was setting that up to sue. Clearly she was setting that up. But I think a lot of times men aren't thinking like that because you're not thinking that somebody is trying to do that. But to me, I think, you know, if you have something to lose, if you are a man who has a lot of money or, you know, fame or whatever, they're walking targets, in my opinion. You are a walking target. Because you gotta keep in mind that a lot of these women are only around you for what they can possibly get out you. They're not there for no true love and, oh, I want to be with you and build a life with you. None of them are looking for that. They're looking for some ghetto, ratchet, screw downs. I'm just saying. That's what they're looking for. They're looking to have a good old fun, you know, raw dogging session. That's what they're looking for. Both of them, both sides. They're looking for a good old raw dog fest. I'm just saying, they're looking to have a good old time. You know, they're not looking for commitment and all that. They looking for a good old raw dog session, period. And these women will do anything. They're looking for a raw dog freak fest. Both of them. And because you're looking for that type of freak fest, you're not paying attention to what the potential of these women are. When I say women are cunning, a lot of these women are very cunning. They're very strategic, and they're trying to. They got an agenda. And while the men just thinking about raw dog freak fest, the women are setting it up. While a lot of these men ain't paying attention. Y'all don't be paying attention. Some of these men ain't paying attention, and you thinking about the freak fest, and you're not. And she's setting up a plan, honey. Because she ain't doing that for nothing. They there to try to get some money. That lady who got that money out of Shannon Sharp didn't have no money. And she knew he had money. And she was like, hold on, I'm going to get this sucker. I'm going to figure out a way to get me some money to take care of me and my family. And so I don't have to do this anymore. No, they're very strategic. These women aren't out here just for some, you know, just to have a good time no, they out here, they gonna give you what you want to keep you coming back. And you gonna keep going back because that's all you focused on, the beauty and the booty and all the freaky stuff she gonna do while she is lining up her plan and setting it in motion, recording, saying certain things to trap you. That's exactly what that woman did and got all that money out of him. Y'all got to be smarter and pay attention, especially these men with all this money, because they're going after anybody that they can finesse or use to better their situation. They're not worried about nothing. It ain't nothing. You know, these women aren't stupid. That's the thing. Women are very cunning and very, very strategic. I mean, yeah. So that's what she did. So y'all got to be careful. I think any man that has something to lose, or any man that a woman sees she can finesse or get something out of, you are a walking target. So y'all got to be very, very careful. Very, very careful, because y'all are walking targets. This is why I said when you hear certain keywords, certain buzzwords in a gold digging woman, just turn around and go the opposite direction. When you hear, oh, I want a generous man, boom. Red flag. Oh, I want a nice, generous man. I want a man who's filled with the Holy Ghost. I want a Christian man. Child. Red flag. Shit. They don't really care if you Christian or not, and they don't really be Christian. That's the thing. They be Christian, but they'll bust it open in a minute. Don't have no type of Christian values whatsoever, some of these women. That's just a buzzword. That's just a word to see where you at. Because if you a Christian man, they put Christian man and generous man all into the same basket. That means, ooh, he oblivious to my nature. He'll do what I want him to do. That's what that means. So if you Christian, you believe in God, you're godly, you might, do some so-called godly things in her mind, friendly things for her. You'll be willing to do something for her. That's what they're thinking. Oh, and if you're generous means, ooh, yeah, you'll be willing to pay her rent and take care of her kids. All words you should run when you hear. And when they automatically asking what you do and where you work, what kind of car you, all that is to see how much money you working with. Because that's all they give a damn about. I don't know how many times I have to say, listen, a woman who's into you ain't thinking about all of that right away. She's trying to see what type of person you are. A woman who's trying to finesse you, she don't give a damn what type of person you are. She only care that you're generous and God-fearing. Because in her mind, generous, God-fearing mean, oh, okay, he's nice. He gonna do what I want. And I just gotta pretend to be nice to him. And then he gonna come out them pockets and give me what I want. That's all that means, y'all. So watch out for those words. Because when you hear that, run. Go there. I don't give a damn how cute she is, how big her butt is. I don't care if she has the boob sizes that you like. Run. Run like the goddamn wind. Because unless you want to be, now if you don't care about being finesse and you got money to blow, go ahead. Have a good time. Because she might freaky deaky with you. She might get freaky deaky with you, but she wants you to pay for it. So if you don't mind paying for it, then hell, do your thing. If you could trust her, she ain't gonna go batshit crazy and claim some false allegations on you. If you give her the money, as long as you giving her the money, she might be okay. And if you okay with giving the money, okay, well, that's on you. But if you're not willing, if that's not what you out here for, those are the things you should look out for, plus more. Pay attention. Don't be lost in the sauce, okay? They want the God of gold instead of the God of good. Right. Gerald Hood, exactly. Yeah, and they want the God of gold instead of the God of, exactly. So just be careful. Every woman is not like that, but damn, you got to be on the lookout for the ones that are. And you got to really pay attention, open your eyes. Just like women warn other women about the nature of some men and how some of these men are out here trying to just take advantage of women. That exists too. It exists too. I'm not oblivious to it. But you do have to be careful as women with certain men as well. But men have to be careful of certain women because a lot of women talk as if this doesn't apply to women, like women that aren't there, that there aren't gold digging heifers out here who are just out here to use somebody. They exist too. So yeah, y'all gotta be aware of that as well. And there are certain words you hear that these women say to let you know that they're only trying to finesse you. They're not into you. They only want what you can give them. Generous will be me providing a PB&J sandwich. Yeah. And you're going to see how pissed they'll get. See, and you could test this theory too. You could test the theory. Give them something that they don't care about to see how they start spazzing out. And you know what they'll start doing? Well, I don't know who you, this is what you'll hear. I don't know who you think I am. Do I look like I want a PB&J sandwich? Do I look like that girl? And then that's when you really know. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. No, you don't look like that girl. All right, girl. I'll see you later, baby. Because you look like the type that I don't want to fool with. Bottom line. You test them. Give them something that they feel is beneath them. Take them somewhere that they feel is beneath them, and you see how they respond. Because a woman that's interested in you wouldn't care where you take her. If you take her to a movie or take her for a walk in the park just to get to know, she's not going to clown and act the fool. The women who are only out for money, take them there and you're going to see how they're going to act. They're going to act a fool like, what is this? Do I look like I'm that girl? Do I look like I just go for walks? No, you say, no, you don't. Or maybe you do, but I'm out. Leave her ass standing right there. Don't give her no more attention. Because that's how you know. That don't go like that. These women are out of their goddamn mind. But anyway, y'all. Yeah, there needs to be consequences. And you know, these women need to know that men aren't just foolish. And I think they know because I think men are showing them nowadays. I think men are definitely showing them, thank you, Successful MD, what it is. And that's why they don't like it. And that's why, oh my God, these men aren't like they used to be. No, they not. They got sense now. They're making logical sense and y'all not benefiting from it. That's why. So wake up. Stop with the foolishness and get it together. And stop thinking that you can finesse somebody and use people because you won't want nobody to do that to you. So that's all I'm saying. Give the energy that you want back. That's all. let's move on. I want to move on again. Make sure you guys are hitting the like button. Hit the like button, y'all. To this whole Karmelo situation, y'all. This situation is going to continue. The talks of Carmelo Anthony in this trial and this case are going to continue to be a hot topic because until this whole situation is done with and you know, whether he get a new trial or not, people are still going to be talking about this because it is a hot topic. And of course, many people have a difference of opinion on it. We see it. People don't agree. Some people don't think he should get a new trial. Some people say he's guilty red-handed. Some people feel differently about it. But this is going to be a hot topic until this case is finalized, until they determine what he's going to do them 35 years or whether he get a new trial. Whatever the outcome, people are going to be talking about it because there's conflicting information out here. People are still talking about it. I definitely want to get your thoughts right in this chat and on my channel. A lot of people have a difference of opinion, and that's fine. I mean, that's to be expected in these types of situations. These are always hot topics or hot discussions when it comes to cases like this. So it's to be expected for quite some time until they get to the bottom of this to determine how much time he's going to get, whether he's going to be exonerated with their talks of that, or or whatever the outcome is going to be. Y'all let me know your thoughts in the chat. Make sure you are hitting the like button. Hit the like button, y'all. I definitely want to know your thoughts on this one. But check this out because listen to this.
2 weeks after Carmelo Anthony was convicted of murdering Austin Metcalf, he has a new legal team.
And that appeal defense team is led by former Dallas County Assistant DA Russell Wilson, who Fox 4 has used as a legal analyst for quite a few cases. Fox 4 Stephen Dial here now to talk about the next steps in the case. Stephen?
Heather, Russell Wilson leading that appeals team. He'll be joined by 5 other lawyers, including civil rights attorney Justin Moore. I spoke to a well-known appeals attorney who's not a part of this case. He told me the legal team has 30 days from the conviction to file for a new trial, but told me that may not happen. 19-year-old Carmelo Anthony was found guilty of murdering 17-year-old Austin Metcalf at a high school track meet 2 years ago. The conviction came down 2 weeks ago. He was sentenced to 35 years in prison and immediately filed a notice of appeal, telling the court he had no money to pay for attorney fees. Monday, a new legal team announced that it would work on his appeal process pro bono. Civil rights attorney Lee Merritt posted on social media that he helped put the team together. Russell Wilson, who is a familiar face on Fox 4, is leading the team. Joining him are 5 other lawyers, including longtime NAACP President Gary Bledsoe. There has been a lot of racial tension around this case. During the trial, there were no black men or women on the jury. Today, I talked to an appeals attorney, Gary Udishin, who is not associated with the case, about the process moving forward.
If the new defense lawyers decide to file a motion for new trial, that will happen in the next couple of weeks. Now, that's difficult to do because they don't have the record. There are things that are difficult to raise on a motion for new trial because you don't have the record. The defense lawyers representing the defendant on appeal have 30 days from the point of receiving the transcript to actually file the appellate brief, which is the written arguments to the Court of Appeals. On a case like this, and in fact, really on most cases, it's necessary to get at least one 30-day extension.
I know there may have been people of color, but no black jurors. Is that something that an appeals legal team would focus in on or mention? Is that something that would stand out in saying, okay, my client did not get a fair shake of his peers?
Absolutely. As I understand what happened at trial, when the prosecutors struck the remaining black jury panel members, the defense lawyer made an objection to it. So they preserved the issue for appeal purposes. So I feel quite certain that's going to be an issue on appeal.
Udishin told me that the record of transcript may not come until August or later. When that happens, the defense will file their brief, then the state will have 30 to 60 days to respond before it goes to the appeals court, which is based here in Dallas.
So they basically announced, of course, they're going to go for the appeal. We've heard that, and we see the dream team lawyers that they have hired, which they're going to do it pro bono, so he doesn't have to pay. And there are several factors that are included in getting a retrial or whatever. And they're saying that could definitely be one of the reasons why, because there was no black people on the jury, among some other things that people are speculating about. But once again, you know, I've said before, this whole case was an unfortunate situation that should not have occurred, and it's unfortunate that this is the situation that's happening. There are so many conflicting reports on this whole case. There are people who are even pointing out now there's other things that are being pointed out in this whole case. And when we posted that video of, you know, at the track meet where all of this took place, a lot of us were focused on Karmelo, like Karmelo, you know, coming in and leaving out of the tent and running and getting arrested. But there are other things that people now are going back and focusing on that whole video that people were not aware of or were not focused on before. So there's a lot of stuff that now people are pointing out to say something else is going on here. Even I saw some of the stuff that people were saying, even down to one of the guys. There's this video going around of one of the teenagers changing his clothes. And they're like, why is he changing clothes? Was he even investigated or looked at? I don't think so. But he changed his clothes. And why was he changing his clothes? So there's a lot of speculation in this whole situation. A lot of things that just don't add up. Even based on the testimonies of the young people who testified, they said one thing and now there's video evidence showing something different. The guy who was supposed to be Karmelo's friend, he said he was not, he testified that they are not friends and all of that. But now there's video out here showing that they have spent time with each other's families, that they were actually friends. It's a lot going on, y'all. A lot of conflicting information, but I want to play this particular video that kind of points to what I was just saying. And you know, there is what people would call reasonable doubt to have some type of suspicion on this case. It's just you know, to be suspicious about what's going on, because there's a lot of things going on that I don't think people was paying attention to, but now people are starting to pay attention to say, wait a minute, what is actually happening?
Secret Service Sam here.
I want to play this. Check out this video. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments below. Hit the like button. You guys, make sure you support via Super Chat or Cash App. That definitely helps the channel to grow. Make sure you're doing that, you guys. But yeah, all I'm going to say, look, I don't know fully. I wasn't there. I don't know fully what was going on. But it doesn't seem to me that it was just, Austin pushed him and he stabbed him and then that's it. There's more going on, as people are pointing out and people are seeing. And I think it's reasonable to suspect something else is going on in the midst. It just wasn't, Karmelo went to the tent, boom, the Austin them came up there, pushed him, told him to get out. He said, no, touch me or you gonna find out, and boom, he stabbed him in the chest and that's it. When we see that there's something else going on, and we don't know fully what it is, allegedly, but clearly there is something going on. I think we can all at least agree to that. It's not that cut and dry, because we see other things surrounding this whole situation. So I guess hopefully they'll get to the bottom of it or whatever. But check this out.
Secret Service Sam here for the Karmelo Anthony trial update. And here's something that some people are pointing out online about the video, that we are looking at the wrong thing. We are seeing the altercation under the tent, but they are pointing out that Austin actually has an altercation with Karmelo, but then you can see him stop. And then there is still other boys who appear to be hitting Karmelo. Then Karmelo, you see him pop out of the tent, and then we see Austin stand there, and then he falls. And I think this proves that it was self-defense, because like a lot of people who saw the actual video...
Okay, let me bring it back, because I want to make it bigger. Let me just bring it back. Here we go.
Something that some people are pointing out online about the video, that we are looking at the wrong thing. We are seeing the altercation under the tent, but they are pointing out that Austin actually has an altercation with Karmelo, but then you can see him stop. And then there is still other boys who appear to be hitting Karmelo. Then Karmelo, you see him pop out of the tent, and then we see Austin stand there, and then he falls. And I think this proves that it was self-defense, because like a lot of people who saw the actual video that was clear, claimed that he was jumped by 4 different people. It was not just Austin Metcalf. Now, we know that one white woman who said she saw the video, she allegedly said that he fell onto the knife. Is this still a possibility? Now, what I think is this has to be self-defense, and people might call me crazy for thinking this way, but the fight seemed to start where he was, you know, they said it was a linebacker where he pushed him up, and I'm thinking that could be where the knife, stabbing potentially happened. And then the other boys were still jumping Karmelo. As you heard in the police footage, he was hysterical, and he was saying they wouldn't leave him alone. They kept coming after him, basically. And then you see Austin fall. You know, this is all a terrible situation, but it does seem that there is more to this story than was told inside that courtroom. If you look at this video, you can see him off to the side, and you can see other punches thrown. Now, previously, everybody thought that was where the altercation originally with Austin happens. But if you see, Austin falls after the altercation, and then Karmelo gets out of the tent. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Secret Service Sam out, Samson for president of the world.
So the video came out that supposedly shows Karmelo Anthony stabbing Austin Metcalf. Except you can't see the stab. But what you can see, and what they want you to believe, and when I was trying to go by what they were trying to make us believe, I was assuming that they altered the video because it couldn't have shown what they were trying to make us believe. And everybody's saying, you see the shove, and then you see the kind of like a shove back, and they said that's when the stabbing must have happened. And then you see Karmelo dip up out of the bleachers, right? But it couldn't have went down the way that they're trying to narrate to you as you're listening to the video, unless you look at it like this. What color hoodie was Karmelo wearing? Light gray. Now go back and watch the video, and this is what you'll see. You'll see black colored or dark colored shirts or hoodies that are surrounding. You can't see Karmelo because Karmelo's sitting down. So when you go watch the video, look at it this way. There's the guy that you're saying the shove, okay? He's not shoving from your left to your right. He's on your left. He's shoving in a downward angle to the right because Karmelo's sitting down. The other dark colored shirt that you see, it looks like Karmelo flew into him, and that dude shoved him back to what I'm going to assume is Austin, and that's when the stabbing happened. Because that's why when you look at the video, it looks like Karmelo just appears out of nowhere. He flies up a flight of them bleachers, and then he's running down. But where the hell did he come from in the video? You can't see him the whole time because he's sitting down. So listen to me. On your left, when you're looking at the video, it's to our left as we're watching. The dark colored shirt shoves in a downward angle to the right. There's another guy in a dark colored shirt to the right of Karmelo, or to the left of Karmelo, but to our right. He gets Karmelo shoved into him. He shoves him back. They're jumping him. I go watch the video.
The boy was in fear for his life.
He put his hands on me. I told him not to. He put his hands on me. He put his hands on me.
You can see in the video where the 6 boys were on their way over to where the tent was. And as you can see, all 6 of those boys went straight up to where Karmelo was sitting inside of that tent, which is exactly what the witnesses stated when they said they saw the original video. Now, why didn't they say that in the court hearing about the 6 boys that walked up to Karmelo Anthony? Now, as you can see here, they've all surrounded Karmelo at this point, which is probably very intimidating to have 6 boys surrounding you. Now, if you just continue to watch right here, you'll start to see that there's some.
I don't know which is which, but you can clearly see the twins. Where I have the first arrow, you're gonna see, I would say it's Hunter because he wasn't the one that pushed, but you're gonna see him kind of like grab something and go in like right under the arrow. Just watch. It's gonna be like aggressive, like you could tell he grabbed something. See, he grabbed it. Then you're gonna see Austin punch or push in just a second. And then he's gonna make one more movement towards Karmelo, and then boom. See right there, and that's it. Karmelo runs. You clearly see.
Thank God he was able to do something. Okay, if it was a white boy being jumped by 6 black boys, they would call him a hero. This boy was being attacked. Stand your ground, self-defense. They did the case fast. They made sure they had no black jurors. They make sure they didn't have evidence. Karmelo will be set free. There are about to be a lot of situations happening in America right now.
For the people who keep saying why he didn't fight them fair, first of all, it's not a fair fight. These are 2 twin brothers, and it wasn't just the 2 brothers. Now we found out after we seen the footage. It was 2 twin brothers and a tent full of their buddies. On top of, weight classes exist for a reason. If professional fighters have weight classes because weight and height makes a factor in a fight, what makes you think this little untrained Karmelo Anthony is supposed to fight 2 kids that are twice his size? Karmelo Anthony like 7'5", 8, 100-something pounds. These 2 twin brothers, 6'2", 6'3", over 200 plus pounds. That's over 400 pounds against 100-something pounds. Literally twice his size. He's supposed to fight a whole tent of people because y'all think it's right? No, nigga. I feel my life is in danger. I'm getting cracking and I'm getting up out of there. Period.
And what's crazy, majority of the people that be saying all that probably never been in a fight in their life. Probably won't even squabble nothing. And the same type of people that wouldn't put their hands or bust a grape in a fruit fight. That's why I don't be getting from them. He could squabble or whatever the case. Y'all don't know how that man grew up. Y'all don't know if he was really a good boy. Whatever the case it may be, he might not have the heart to do that, or just wasn't in his favor. None of y'all niggas is squabbling on the bleachers. Nigga that big will slam you on your shit, and you never know what could happen. Nigga, he probably really felt like his life was in danger. Nigga, the first thing the boy admitted was said they tried to get him and everything else. Like he never even he asked that, was the boy okay? So y'all act like the nigga had no empathy for the nigga or whatever. But first thing he said, they tried to attack him. They got aggressive with him, and they got up on him
on that body cam.
Yeah, and I will say this, I've seen fights. I've seen people jump people before. And, it's one thing if it was a fair fight, like if it was just one-on-one for real. But from what we're seeing, it doesn't look like that. And initially upon looking at the video, we didn't know what we was looking at. We're focused on him coming out the tent, but there's other stuff going on as we clearly could see now. And so, yeah, it doesn't appear, I'll say, to be just one-on-one. And so one-on-one I could see, and if it's, if y'all is, maybe you could say that's fair. But even still, it doesn't mean that if it was one-on-one that other guy wouldn't have gotten the best of him, seeing as he was bigger, much bigger. You know what I'm saying? And I've seen fights. I've seen people get jumped. I've seen people use whatever they had to use in a fight. When somebody's trying to jump you or somebody's trying to fight you that's bigger than you, people use whatever they can to defend themselves. You're not sitting around saying, "Oh, I'm gonna just let them beat me up." You're bigger than me. And I'm not the aggressor. If I didn't go looking for the fight, if I didn't go start something that somebody's starting, you're supposed to defend yourself. I think most people understand that, right? Hell, there are people walking around here ready to defend themselves with weapons on a daily. Most people are out here walking around, packing. They ready to defend themselves if somebody come at them for no reason. So I don't understand what's different in this case, but it's just interesting. And I think, when people are fighting, there's people have been in fights and died without a weapon. You hit somebody, I've seen people wrestle folks, pick them up, throw them on their necks and their head, and they've died. I'll never forget, and it's just one that was on social media where I don't know if you guys heard this story, but the story of this it was either a UPS driver or a delivery driver was delivering packages or whatever, and the Caucasian man was mad at him because I guess he was doing his job in his neighborhood. He didn't want him there, so he threw something at he went and threw something at the delivery driver, who's a black man, and that man defended himself. Now he went back and defended himself against that man. They end up fighting. That poor the white man ended up dying. He was an older guy. He ended up dying because of it. The driver ended up getting fired. I don't know if he did time in jail or not, but he was defending himself because clearly that guy came to him first. But so he's supposed to, I don't know what, so was he supposed to just sit there and let that person assault him and do whatever he wanted to him just because? Like, that don't work like that. That don't work like that. And I don't know if people will just expect certain folks to just sit back and let you just treat them any old kind of way and you do nothing. That's not how this goes. This is not how that go. And I don't know where people coming from, but I don't think most people are going to sit back and let you just attack them and just so they can keep their jobs or so they won't, go to jail. No, you have to defend yourself. And so you have to be careful, now, because if this was been a situation where Karmelo Anthony was beat up and died, then, they would have been claiming self-defense. You know what I'm saying? So this is why I say keep your hands to yourself. I just don't know why that's so hard. Successful MD, thank you for the super chat. Says not one person moved to get authorities equal setup. And I think people, especially with these young people in a school setting, you should always go get an authority figure. Go get somebody, tell them what's going on and stop the situation. People always want to talk about the outcome, but nobody steps in to stop. Where were the people who stepped in to stop the fight or de-escalate or tell them, hey, come on, let's back away. Let's not do this. Where are the people who know right from wrong to say, no, we're not gonna, because this is gonna start a fight. This is gonna escalate. Let's not approach this young man. We don't, know him like that, and let's not approach him. We're not authorities. Let's go get somebody who is to make him leave. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's what we need to start practicing. Not just thinking that you could take it into your own hands. Even the police will tell you, hey, don't take situations in your own hands. You're not the authority. Call the authorities, Let's continue.
Body footage.
He said he put his hands on me. I told him not to put his hands on me. He put his hands on me. So, and that's raw emotion right after it happened. So it's not like he sat there, thought of a lie. No, this is the cops right there on the scene. And he said he put his hands on me and admitted he did it. So come on, bro. And y'all keep saying, why was he in the tent? Why was he there? What the fuck you mean, why was he there? This is a track meet.
And on top of that,
I don't need a reason to be there other than I want to be there.
And on top of that, didn't they say the weather was messed up and all types of stuff?
It was raining, but I'm like the dumbass questions about why you're asking why a teenager who goes to the school is at the school track meet. What the fuck do you mean? I don't need a reason. I'm at the track meet. What are you talking about? Oh, why didn't he leave when they told him to leave? No, wrong question. Why did they feel they had the authority and power to tell another student to leave and their students? Why didn't they go get the staff? Why did they think they could put their hands on them to remove them? They're not staff. They're not police. Why are y'all not asking those questions? Right. We already know why. Fuck out of here. Free Karmelo.
And speaking of our good brother Karmelo, this brother brought up something very interesting about what went down at the thing with the brother who called a few seconds ago. My thing is this, man, with our brother Karmelo, I hope these lawyers really get on top of everything and start unpacking all of the foolery that was going on with this case. I really, really hope they break all the stuff down, because if you look at everything, family, we got to ask the question, was Karmelo set up? Come on, man, let's unpack that. Was our brother set up by those cats? Just look at how everything kind of went down, man. For real, if you unpack everything, it looks like those dudes set Karmelo up. So now, how did Austin Metcalf and his brother and his little crew know that Karmelo was sitting under the damn tent? Look, it was rain. Look, when you look at the video, it's raining. Nobody's sitting on the bleachers. The bleachers are completely empty, so people are under tents. They're under umbrellas. They're under something. So the visibility, you can't really see that well out there. Even the video cameras are kind of, blurry and janky and all that. So athletes are, everybody's scrambling for cover. They're going somewhere to get out of the damn rain. So Karmelo was invited to that tent. Then Austin comes over. He comes stomping over there aggressively. Sounds like somebody texted Austin, or they text those dudes and said, hey, whoop-de-whoop, he over here. Because all of a sudden, this dude goes over there to the tent hostile. Why you want him to get up out the tent in the rain? Why are you so hell-bent on him getting out the tent where you putting hands on Karmelo? You understand? And they're trying to frame it like Karmelo just bogarted the tent just to be on some trespassing thing. Knowing that it's raining out there, the only reason he's under that tent is because it's raining. And this Eddie dude who sat up there and lied on the stand talking about, yeah, I don't really know him like that. And now there's a bunch of pictures of him and Karmelo floating around now. So when Metcalf and his little crew got there, because Karmelo was just there chilling. He's sitting under the tent out of the rain. Metcalf comes over there. The whole dynamic shifted. Now, all of a sudden, they all want him to leave. The hell is that about? Why was he cool at first? Then when Metcalf gets there, now everybody wants him to leave. They asked him 15 times to leave. Okay, for what? Why you want him to leave all of a sudden? He's sitting there. Metcalf shows up. Now, all of a sudden, everybody's banging on him, trying to get him to leave. That sounds like a setup. That sounds like a damn setup. And that Eddie dude, who his cousin was dating Karmelo. Karmelo smashing this dude's cousin. So yeah, there's some little hostility there. So that's not asking somebody to move. That's them pressing dude. That entire tent got on code to single out one outsider. So that became a group intimidation tactic. They were all banging on him, dude. They're trying to act innocent now. Everybody under there were banging on that kid, man. And when you look at it, because, and another thing too, some of the footage is clear, but when it gets under the tent, it gets deliberately blurry. It gets suspiciously blurry and you can't make out nothing. When you look at the motion, it seems like a few people were putting their hands on Karmelo. If you look at the way the motion is under there. But that Eddie dude, man, that Eddie Para dude, man, he should have been pressed in court. They let him get away with way too much shit that was way too inconsistent. You see, his shit was teetering on the edge of perjury. He was the one who greeted Karmelo when he walked in the tent. Then he said he only knew Karmelo and that they weren't friends, but then there's photos of them hanging out. And then he tried to distance himself on the stand. And then Eddie said he pretended to film the altercation, but now he really wasn't filming it. And then nobody pressed him for his phone records or nothing. Yeah. He's trying to cover his own tracks, man. That was a Bogart, man. They Bogarted that kid, looks like. You understand? And it sounds like Eddie was the one who tipped everybody off that Karmelo was under there. Eddie was a fucking snake, man. Yeah, Eddie sounds like the little snake in the damn grass and the whole thing. It was a setup. Karmelo got under there, and then Eddie must have got the Texan. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so if somebody's telling the truth, their stories usually align. During the trial, they were giving different accounts on what happened. Oh, it was just a gentle push. It was just a touch. He used one hand. He used two hands. But when we see the video, that was very aggressive. That wasn't no gentle damn push. That was extremely aggressive when Metcalf put his hands on Karmelo. You see? So Metcalf, that's a big old bucket-fed linebacker. He's over 200 pounds. And he got his brother with him.
Damn.
And the
Was he over 200 pounds, y'all? Do y'all know? Do y'all recall? I didn't know. I mean, I know that they said the Austin Metcalf was, we could see bigger than Carmelo, but 200 pounds? Is that accurate? I had no idea. Like, was he that big? Like, these are like linebackers? Wow. Wow, 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 wow. That's a lot. What's going on, Avenge the Ancestors? How are you? Yeah, that's a lot. Jesus Christ. I know they said they're bigger and we could see the difference, but I didn't know. Wow, that's a big difference. Let's continue.
these other hostile cats in the tent who basically look like they set him up. So yeah, that was definitely self-defense. Our brother was cornered by a group of bigger dudes who looked like they set him up. That wasn't no premeditation. That wasn't no damn murder. You understand?
Well, I mean, right. Pushing is classified as assault in Texas. Yes, 205. Jesus Christ. Like Jesus. Like you now that, come on. That's a big difference. And I always say, come on now. If you had a big black teen, hell, they already, if we're gonna be honest, they already look at our children as considered adults. That our kids don't look like children. They look older. There was a white guy that told us about our daughter. Oh my God, she looks like a grown woman. No, what she's not. And to us, she doesn't look like a grown woman. She looked like a 15-year-old because she was 15 at the time. But they look at our children like our children are grown-ups. But then you got these, and we had a big 250-pound black kid over a little scrawny little 150-pound white kid. They would point that out. Now, they're not pointing that out. And this is why they say his defense was trash, straight up. They did not do him any justice, and they're saying on purpose. So, Jesus Christ. And Austin, 6'2", 220 pounds. Thank you, Successful MD. I appreciate you. Yeah, that is pretty big. Big moose eating white boy. That is pretty big. So, I mean, Jesus Lord. 220 pounds, right. That's a lot. That's a big difference now. And then you got two of them there and others too? Yeah, I mean, he could have certainly been outnumbered and felt like this is not a good situation. Who wouldn't? If you're cornered, you know what I'm saying? It ain't just one-on-one. That's why I don't understand why there are some people who are not looking at that. They're just like, oh my, and making it seem like, oh, that guy that Carmelo just came there looking to delete somebody. But child, it is. Let's finish listening to the last bit of what Tariq Nasheed had to say. Let's continue.
Excuse me. But the prosecution, they kept trying to frame it as a sneak attack. Like he deliberately went there to cause trouble and he went under the tent to cause trouble and all that's nonsense. That defies basic logic. He didn't go to that tent looking for a fight. He was getting out of the rain and he was invited under that tent. You understand? He was looking for a dry place to sit. The other group manufactured the conflict. And even when he was being confronted, Carmelo kept warning him, hey man, don't touch me. Hey man, don't touch me. He's like, I'm going in my bag, don't touch me. He was going out of his way to not escalate something. Metcalf escalated this whole thing. Metcalf and Eddie's ass. So we gotta really watch that Eddie dude. You understand? So the thing is, if Carmelo went to that tent with the intent to schmurder somebody, his post-incident behavior would make no sense. He didn't try to run. He didn't try to fight the police. He didn't try to hide the weapon. He said, hey, man, I did this, but hey, he put his hands on me. This is self-defense. He didn't resist. He was crying. He was very upset. He was very remorseful for what he had to do to defend himself. That's not a murderer. I love TikTok Shop. You understand? He kept telling the arresting officer, hey, he kept putting his hands on me. I told him not to. He kept putting his hands on me. You know, that's the reaction of somebody who felt cornered. They panicked and they were forced to defend themselves. You understand? Not a calculated killer. Okay, sorry. Oh, sorry, guys. Okay.
Hello.
Hey, brother. Hey, man.
Hello. Tariq
Okay.
Rashid, how are you?
I'm good, man. No battles right now. No battles right now. No battles right now. Damn. Good grief. Is that a Pakistani punk? Damn. Good Lord. These people are very irritating. All right. Yeah, I'm not trying to do Pakistan battles right now. I don't want to do that. All right, let's see who we got. A lot of folks raising their hands now. Don C. Let's get Don.
Lord have mercy.
Don C in the building. Oh, who is this? Ken? What's up, Ken?
What's up, bro?
What's happening with you, man? Ken, are you taking a bubble bath? What are you doing, bro? Ken. Dude, are you in there douching your pussy? What are you doing? Yo, Ken, I don't want to hear you take a sponge bath, bro. Okay, let me get this punk out of here. Okay. I don't want to hear you bathing.
Wait, he is a mess.
This nigga up here got a bubble bath going on with some Bed Bath & Beyond Midnight Pomegranate damn oil in there. I don't want to hear that. He was in the chat room just saying random stuff. Yeah, I knew he was a punk. Lord. I didn't want to hear no grown-ass man taking a lavender bubble bath. Good Lord. That sounds like a big punk. His legs all dangling out the tub. And he got a rubber ducky with a rainbow flag on the ducky.
Wait.
The hell out of here.
This is taking a left. Oh my God. Wait a minute. Shit. I needed a laugh. Lord. What in the world be happening over there? Jesus Christ. Baby, he funny. He make me laugh a lot of times. I ain't gonna lie. What is going on? He is hilarious, y'all. That took a left turn, y'all. I wasn't expecting that. I don't remember that part. But baby, that was funny as hell. What the hell is going on? Anyway, y'all, we gonna move on. Tariq Nasheed is hilarious, in my opinion. Baby, on a few occasions I've watched his podcast and I just be dying laughing. When he have the people come up, baby, it be the most funniest shit ever. I ain't gonna lie to you. He need to be a comedian because he is funny in some ways, I will say. Lord have mercy. Jesus, Lord. Y'all hit the like button. Did y'all notice? Roddy, 44 Roddy says, Tariq always be snapping like that. Shit. Baby, I'm familiar with him, but I've never followed his work like that. But child, Lord have mercy. He be making me laugh. When I do see him, he always say something that makes me laugh hard. Really. I be seriously tickled. He crazy as hell. But listen, he made a lot of valid points. I mean, that's just what it is. We gonna all see how this all turns out, y'all. But once again, this is an unfortunate situation, y'all. That was just crazy. Avenge the Ancestors, thank you for the super chat. Says, Brother Tariq is a straight fool. I see. I didn't know. Oh my God, he do be snapping. It's girl, baby, I just be weak. He said he just don't have no filter either. He just say what he want. I think I reacted to him with the video with the tethers, with the Africans and stuff, and it was hilarious. I be trying not to laugh because I don't want to, I be thinking it's a sensitive subject and I don't want to laugh, but baby, I be wanting to scream laugh, for real. I try to hold it in, but sometimes I can't because it just be funny as hell. You know what I'm saying? He be serious and funny. What? I just can't. I can't every time. But shout out to Tariq Nasheed. Thank you, Avenge the Ancestors. Make sure you guys are hitting the like button, y'all. I got another clip for y'all. We're going to move on. Oh Lord. But anyway, y'all, that was hilarious. He said a man had a rubber duck. I ain't gonna repeat what he said, but it was funny as hell, child. He's a mess. A mess. But anyway, let's move on, y'all. I want to play, but I want to point out this other situation too. That now people are posting all types of stories. I want y'all to look at this that's happening as well. This is something new as well. Look at this, y'all.
Federal judge will let the 16-year-old charged with sexually assaulting and killing his stepsister while on a cruise stay out of jail while waiting for trial. This is Timothy Hudson here walking out of court. Prosecutors say he killed his stepsister, Anna Kepner, on a Carnival cruise ship last year. Hudson is being tried as an adult, but the judge says he can stay with the family member because he's a minor. Hudson has pleaded not guilty, but faces life in prison if convicted.
So did y'all hear that? Somebody sent me this. This teenager, right? The federal judge declined to keep him in jail, but he's accused of killing his stepsister aboard a cruise ship. I mean, they saying he's charged with sexual assault and then taking her out, but he's going to be able to go home and be with his family until he has to go back to court. Okay, I'm flabbergasted. I'm flabbergasted. I mean, wow, sexual assault and murder, and you get to go home with your family until you have to come back to court. I'm flabbergasted. This is why there's an uproar over these cases, because we see so many stories like this. When we compare, it's just never the same. It's never the same. And just leave. I just saw a video the other day of a white man literally punching 3 officers. He punched the female officer and the 2 other officers in their faces and was running. And they just was standing there. There was no taser. There was no pew-pew. There was no nothing. We know that, there's a group of people, you don't even go that far. You just pull out your wallet too fast and you could be dead. I'm just saying. There's a problem and we cannot ignore it. We cannot ignore it. This is why there's always an uproar, because these types of things keep happening. And people are in denial. People are in denial of what really is going on when we see this happening every day. I'm just saying. And it's undeniable. Listen to this.
Is of a boy named Timothy Hudson and one is of a boy named Khalif Browder. One of them spent time at Rikers. I'm going to assume that you probably already know who that is. And let me tell you why. The one child, the one with the darker skin tone, was falsely accused of stealing a backpack, was sent to Rikers, spent 3 years there before he was released. While he was there, he suffered torment, solitary confinement, and then when released, took his own life because of most likely what he suffered while he was in there. The other one is safely at home right now after being charged with unaliving and essaying his stepsister on a Carnival cruise. And the judge said he should get to go home and be with his family while they await trial. The system is set up to hurt Black and brown people. The system is set up to protect white men and white men only. So please stop pretending there aren't 2 systems, because there are. If this boy is allowed to be at home, that one should have never, ever.
Yeah, I mean, I saw this. I didn't know about his story, but that's unfortunate. He went for stealing a backpack, 3 years in jail. And end up, because of what he went through, end up taking his life. He couldn't deal with, the stress and the trauma and all of that. He was a teenager. And this teenager, once again, who we just talked about, charged with taking his stepsister's life. And they say essay as well. And he's at home? Wow. And this is all okay. That's what I be saying. Like, people, oh, Lord Jesus, Jesus, take the wheel. I just say take the wheel. And this is what I be saying. This is so unfortunate. Somebody get to go to jail for stealing a backpack. Hard time in Rikers Island as a teen. Like, what the hell? This is why this is why I don't normally cover cases like this, because it's stressful. And, I have sons, I have daughters, and it makes you really protective of your children. And because this world is crazy, it's going to hell in a handbasket because this is just unfortunate. But I'm not surprised. There's a history of this. It's not surprising. But there are people who are delusional and think that this doesn't exist when we see examples of it on a daily basis. This is crazy. And then you wonder why people have to examine these cases to determine if race is involved, because look at how this goes. You would be foolish not to look at race and say, hey, that has a big part of it when this country, knowing the history of this country. I can't get past it. And it just mind boggles me when I see people, especially black people, who walk around and act like it takes the non-melanated ones to actually come out and tell the truth. Nowadays, you see more non-melanated people coming out and like her saying what it is. And you have the black ones over here cooning left and right, acting like this shit don't exist. That's the part that gets me, until it happens to one of their children. And then they still will be in denial. That's the part that gets me. I ain't gonna lie to you. I've been following a bunch of people on social media who I didn't realize was cooning. You had cooning behavior, and I see it. And it just make them look more just weird to me now. Because I'm like, damn, I didn't know you was that type of person. Like, come on. I'm not saying everything that a black person does should be justified. I'm saying it don't matter. It shouldn't matter what color you are. If you commit a crime, you should get the time. But it shouldn't be a separate time for a person versus that. Because we say leave race out of it, but it's hard to when you see situations that are so unbalanced. It's hard to not bring race into it if you see, oh, same crime, different sentencing. It's just, come on. Like, it's almost like they're trying to undermine your intelligence and make you think, oh, you're seeing something, oh, it's not what you think it is. To hell, it ain't. But anyway, y'all, that's why I don't like talking about that kind of stuff, because it'll have you infuriated. It'll have you looking at people a certain way. And I don't, and start judging folks, just putting them all in one basket. And I don't agree with that either. But this is just, one of those, this is just unfortunate, y'all. But anyway, I want to move on. Make sure you are hitting the like button, you guys. Hit the like button, hit the like button. This is crazy. Accused of stealing a backpack, which he denied. I mean, this is crazy. Remember, they reward Dylan Roof, right? With Burger King after he went purposely to delete people, those black people at the church. And then sat down and thought about it because the people were treating him so nice. But then he turned around and proceeded to do that. And they didn't throw him to the ground. They didn't say he was a stone-blooded, cold, or, and killer. Like, it's like, but a race ain't got nothing to do with it, though. That's crazy. Anyway, y'all, let's move on. Let's get back to the foolishness. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes you got to have a good laugh after looking at all of this type of stuff, because it'll have you depressed. If you focus on all the atrocities and all the unbalanced system here, it would have you depressed. It really would. It would have you sitting in the corner just depressed. And child, who got time for that? So, but it's just unfortunate, though. So you have to speak up. You have to say, you can't just sit back and just accept that. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy. What's the sense of fighting for equality and fair treatment amongst all if you just turn around and allow anything to just happen? That would be, that would go against the point of fighting for equality and to be treated the same across the board. There wouldn't have been a reason for that to have to be a thing if everything was so fair and race had nothing to do with it. Ish Talking, thank you for the super chat, says, DeeDee, I'm from New York. Kalief Browder situation hit so hard and birthed the Close Rikers movement. There's a doc you can watch for more information. I would definitely check it out, because this is what I'm saying. This is not shocking. I don't know all of the situations like this, but I know that there are a lot. And there's been many situations like this over the years where black people have unfortunately been charged for crimes they didn't commit, treated poorly. There was a situation where this police officer was just charged, if I'm not mistaken, and I don't know if I have that video, where he was just charged for deleting a young man who was in prison. They beat him to death, and he actually got charged, but he looked so surprised, like he was, because he was being charged and that he was going to go to jail. It's because it rarely happens. You know what I mean? And so I just, it's just, I wish that all this could stop and that, it could be better, because it's very unfortunate, y'all. It's very mind boggling, It really is. Thank you, Ish Talking. I appreciate the super chat. Make sure you guys are supporting the channel, y'all. Let's move on. Y'all, hit the like button. Hit the like button. Here we go.
Hello? Hey. You look pretty.
Download the Kendra G Singles dating app now. Available on iPhones and Android phones, where you can find real love and your person.
Thank you. Have you been here before? Yes. What's your name again? LaJoy. LaJoy, you got an update for me? Yes, I'm single and ready to mingle. I can't remember. I remember your face. What happened with you? What did you say? That I was interested in trans. Oh, wow. Wait, I think I know you had red hair? Yeah. I am a little weird. So I want to say this, and if y'all judge me, F y'all. I do feel like now that I'm single, I would like to date, at least go out on a date with a trans woman. Trans woman, so born a male trans woman into a woman. So I want a chick with a though. Like have and keep your penis. So let me ask this. You find your guy, y'all find a girl. I'm always intrigued by this question. Could your guy and the girl have sex without you involved, or is it always? Yes. Oh, he can. So your man could have sex with the third partner without you? Absolutely. Child, you inside the Kendra G Singles dating app? Yeah. Girl, they about to break my app over you, child. I would enjoy that actually because like what has kind of like really messed with my and even the guy that I met with your dating app, he wasn't okay with the gay side of me. Like he's never messed with a woman who like women and he's like, well, I'm a man that's selfish and I want you to myself. I really don't like men like that because I am in a place where I don't want to be monogamous with a woman, but I'm not going to just act like that part of me don't exist. I think women are the most beautiful thing on this earth. I want us to look at a woman and say, damn, she look good as fuck together. And I'll be like, babe, I would love to see you with her because honestly, I want to like watch. I want to be the vulture. I want my boobs done and I want to get my waist put in. You want a bigger waist? No, I want a smaller waist. I want to get your waist pulled in. Yeah. So the man that you select has to pay for lipo. Yeah. How much is that? 10, 15, 20? It's $16K with Dr. John Money in Houston, Texas. So the man has to have at least $16,000 to pay for your body surgery. Yes. Or woman, Kendra. Or woman. Or woman. Okay, that's right. She's equal. Anybody, nobody, you was open to everybody. I know. I think I scared the people off. Wait, but I met you in person in Dallas. Yes. Your hair is always different. I know. I changed my hair a lot. That's what it is. Because when I saw you in Dallas, I think your hair was blonde. When you called me last time, your hair was red, and now your hair is black. Yes. Who that in the background? I'm on a live stream. Sorry. They hating. No, I met her in person. She cute. She got a nice body. I remember. So you wanted a trans? No, I was like, I would be open to going on a date with a trans. So I think that kind of intimidated people. Like, she fucking with anything and everything. So I wanted to get on here to tell y'all, I am single. I am looking to be with a man. I'm just saying that I have dated women in the past. And that was a part of my story. So,
Baby, listen. I hope, look, before we get deep into her, I want to share my screen real quick and show y'all this. Because, oh my God, hold on. Because I thought this was interesting. Hold on. Hold on. I want to show y'all this because I thought this was interesting as well. You know, there's a lot of foolishness going on out in these streets, y'all. Let me pull this up. Hold on. Hit the like button, y'all. Let's see. Let me see if I could share this. Look at this. Remove that for a second.
The defendant, Jonah Levy, guilty to the second count, manslaughter in the first degree, guilty to the third count, gang assault in the first degree, guilty to the fourth count, gang assault in the second degree, guilty to the fifth count, conspiracy in the fifth degree, and guilty to the sixth count, offering a false instrument for filing in the first degree.
Having been convicted of the felony of manslaughter in the first degree, I'm going to remand you to custody with no bail at this point, and we'll see you back here on May 27th.
Now, this is what I was talking about. So a former New York prison guard, he was a prison guard, right? He was found guilty of deleting an inmate who was 22-year-old Messiah Natwi. I hope I'm saying his name right. This was a 22-year-old who was in jail at the time. This prison guard was found guilty of deleting this guy. So on March 1st of 2025, Messiah Natwi, who was only 22, was beaten by corrections officers who were part of an emergency response team at Midstate Correctional Facility in Marcy, New York. He died at Wynn Hospital in Utica. 10 corrections officers faced criminal charges, including murder in the beating death of a young man from Harlem named Messiah. So it comes after 10 other officers were accused in a separate deadly assault caught on video at nearby Marcy Correctional Facility in December. So he was charged, but when he was in his sentencing, you could see his face. He's crying, his eyes bucked. He was surprised that he was going to jail and that he was found guilty on all charges. But when this stuff is happening, a 22-year-old young black man in there who they beat to death, and there was 10 other officers who had did something similar this is insane. But a lot of this stuff happens, but nobody ever has sympathy for this. Nobody ever looks at this and say, why did y'all do that? Like, what was the point? What was the point? You know what I mean? Anyway, I just wanted to point that out. But I guess justice was served in this case. They end up going to jail. But I mean, it probably wasn't automatic. You know what I'm saying? They had to really fight to get these charges and get them to stick, because typically people just get off. They just do stuff like this and they get off. I just wanted to point that out. And there's a whole lot more where that comes from. There's a whole bunch of other cases that you will see that will just, turn your stomach. You know what I mean? If you really believe in preserving life and you're not racist toward anybody, like it's just sickening, y'all. But anyway, back to our scheduling program. Let's go back to the foolishness.
Okay, we're gonna move forward, but I want to correct my memory. If you were to date a trans, what kind of trans?
A trans woman.
So you would have dated a man that became a woman?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you still open to that, or you want to just date a man, period?
I just want to date a man, period.
Okay, a man, period. All right. LaJoy, and you're from Dallas, right?
Yes.
How old are you?
31. I'll be 32 in 2 weeks.
Okay, so is that Cancer?
Yes.
Okay, she's a Cancer. You have any kids?
I have one.
How old's your child?
14.
14. You ever been married?
To a woman, yeah.
And when did you get divorced to the woman?
May of 2025.
How many years were you guys married for?
2 years.
Wow. Okay. She was married to a woman. And what do you do for a living?
Real estate, and I'm a stand-up comedian.
So you're a comedian? Is everything you telling me truthful?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I know comedians, y'all, I mean, I don't know what to believe, child. Okay. All right, let's get to it.
That's
So
fair.
we got LaJoy Dallas, 31 years old, cancer, one child is 14, divorced from a woman. All right, LaJoy, what kind of man? You're looking for a man now, right?
Yes.
What kind of man you looking for, honey?
Someone who is ambitious, emotionally mature, financially stable, and adventurous.
Okay. What are your deal breakers?
Ambitious ambitious means you gonna work hard and you know you gonna do whatever is necessary to keep her happy. That means you're gonna work your fingers to the bone. That means you're gonna work your fingers to the bone and do whatever you gotta do to keep her satisfied with a lifestyle. That's what that means. That's what that's what some of these women mean when they say ambitious. That means if you got a good job, you make good money that's sufficient enough for you, that's not enough. You're gonna have to go over and beyond, above and beyond to please her. That's what that ambitious means. And what's the other one she said? What she said, that means you got to be accepting that she like women and men or something, whatever. Let's continue.
Deal breakers is kids under the age of 5. Married, I have to say that because the last guy I met on the show, he was married and he wasn't open to that being disclosed. So be single. I would prefer someone who is, they can be out of state. I don't need someone who's in Dallas, to be honest. But my deal breakers would probably be if you live somewhere else and you're not willing to travel here, although you live somewhere else.
Okay.
Often.
Okay, so you gotta be willing to travel.
Yeah.
Okay. Should he? What are your deal? Okay, that was deal breakers. Should he look a certain way?
Long as you're healthy, like I don't want somebody who's like my 600-pound life or like unable to care for themselves with their disability, whatever that may be.
Okay, make sure you in, I guess, good shape.
Yeah, be in good shape. Honestly, I'm gonna be real. I can't have a short king because I wear heels a lot.
How tall are you?
5'4".
Okay, so could he be 5'11"?
5'11" is cool, but 5'6", 5'8", like no, because I wear heels, and I feel like short men don't get respect.
What they do if that pocket right?
That's true.
Okay. What about money? Speaking of pocket, should he make a certain amount of money?
She said short kings don't get respect, but you added to that. Am I tripping or what? Didn't she just add to that? Like, oh no, they don't no short, because they're too. You just added to that. Like you could, a man could be short, but he have all of the qualities needed for a healthy relationship. And you gonna turn him down because he's short because you wear heels? Who cares? A lot of short men like tall women. And what they say, hey, they'll be so happy to climb that tree. That's what they say. So why? I mean, if he's a good dude, why would that matter? I'm just saying. Especially if you don't have a whole lot of options. Especially if your options are far few in between. You come across a good guy that may be a little shorter. Why not give him a chance? That's just my take on it. But hey, to each his own. Let's continue.
Honey?
We need to be able to have our needs and do some wants. I don't know if that comes in a direct price. Because there's some people who can manage with retirement funds, or like teachers are able to still have a balance. Because I'm well traveled. I love to go out. Can we hit some concerts? Can we go on a trip? Can we do that with what you make?
Okay. He has to pay for all that.
Absolutely.
Ooh. Let's do the Kendra Cam.
Okay. Oh, I don't know how I'm gonna put you, Kendra.
They said the hair laid.
I mean, you always look nice. I think every time I've ever seen you, you look nice.
Okay, let me see. Let me take you in there. Because I don't have nowhere to set you up in the bed. Dang, Kendra, and I got on my Sunday's best.
You call
Let's
me?
see.
What you saying, Dan Kendra for?
I be forgetting about the Kendra Cam. Okay, let's do it.
Your Sunday's best. Let's see what your Sunday's best is.
Is my camera blurry? I just got on a dress.
Yeah, this is good. You covered up. All right, you look pretty.
Thank you.
All right. When was your last relationship, LaJoy?
Um, in May of 2025.
Okay. You don't have to answer, but I'm gonna ask. When's the last time you was intimate with someone?
Uh, February.
February.
Yeah.
February. Okay.
I tried a YN for the first time.
How young was he?
He was 28, but he was a YN to me.
Oh, that's not that young. That's like 3 years younger.
Yeah. I'm used to dating older. I do prefer someone older. So I would prefer a man in their late 30s, 40s, 50s. But honestly, you could be as close to death as possible, and I'm going to be okay with that.
You could be as close to death as possible.
Yeah, like he can be 70,
Girl.
80.
Tell me
I don't
why.
discriminate
What?
because I feel like,
Man,
and I have experienced, older men will definitely make sure you good. Like if you meeting with them, you got gas in your car, you got your oil right. Let me make sure your tires not bald. Let me make sure you good. Put some money in your pocket to get your daughter something to eat. I like that type of vibe.
Well, listen, let me tell you something. I've been saying this, and I always tell y'all, I sit here as a journalist, and the data does say that men like younger. It's kind of always been what it is. And I think if you want to be treated to that degree, so I know what he gets out. I mean, he has to pay for the companionship, but 80 is like your grandfather. You don't care?
No, because I get the boyfriend benefits and don't have to come off
Oh, so
the
you don't want to have sex?
if they that old, most likely they might not be able to. I'm cool with that.
So you won't get pleasure from somebody else?
yes.
Myself.
Ooh! So you know what? Shout out to Misha, because Misha said this earlier this year too. A lot of women are wake. I don't know if I want to call it the wake up, but they are recognizing that the older they go, the better treatment they receive, and they like the benefits. So if an older man was gonna he got to take care of you financially. I'm assuming
Yes.
that's a requirement.
I mean, I don't want to just be a CNA. Like, I mean, even CNAs get paid for real, for taking care of somebody.
CNAs don't get paid. That's certified nursing assistants. They don't get paid a whole lot of money, but it's a stable job. But certified nursing assistants don't get paid the most. Now, if you want to be an LPN, which is a licensed practical nurse, or an RN, registered nurse, they get paid a little bit more, but CNAs get the lowest amount. So yeah, I can see why she's looking for an older man who's she gonna get paid from, because she need that money. You need that money, honey. Veteran 0831 says Hippo character throwing a blazing uppercut into the air while the word KO appears in the background. Thank you, veteran. 0831. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you. Yeah, baby. She looking for some money. You know what I'm saying? Some money. For sure. That's the only reason you're looking for them older men, for some money. Come on, we already know that.
I'm just saying, though, we got to do this right.
Okay, and
Man
you're
that's out there.
31. You're 31. So you will go 40 years older.
I will go 40 years older.
So you will go to 70.
I will go to 70 on a serious note. Yes. But as far as like how often would I get hit on by a 70-year-old is really not likely.
So you gotta go to them. So you gotta go to those cigar places.
But I find this very interesting. The fact that she's saying she will go 40 years older and nobody bats an eye. Nobody is like, well, you are a predator. You're preying on this older man. But when if an older man, say a 40-year-old, 50-year-old says he wants a 20-year-old, then there's pushback. There's pushback. But when the man is set, what she's saying is, so good and well, she's not trying to go for this 70, 80-year-old. She's not attracted to him physically. He might be attracted to her. And she's assuming that he can't do anything, but that may not be the case. But she's not interested. She wanted to come up off the bag without having to give in to give no coochie. So that sounds like somebody preying on an older person to take advantage of them. Give me some money, give me what you want. I'll give you some money for your kid and all of that. And you ain't looking for nothing from him, no type of pleasure. So wouldn't you consider that somebody preying on an older person? But it's not looked at as the same as an older man saying he wants a younger woman. He's automatically looked at as a predator and a problem when it's the same situation. Just because he's 70 or 80 old, and he might go for a 20 or 30 old. Y'all don't, yeah, it's like, oh, you so old, you can't do nothing anyway. She just want his money. She's not looked at the same way. I think that's the problem. Let's continue.
I do love cigar lounges, but I haven't got hit on by a 70-year-old yet.
Gotta go to a nursing home.
See, I ain't went there yet. I might do some volunteer work.
They're telling me that if somebody at your house, they said, who's in your background?
That was my daughter.
Oh. My cousin is the FBI, child.
They can probably see her through my bed frame.
Child, y'all know y'all got the wrong. My cousins need to work for the FBI. Y'all could be finding people, child. Y'all need to work for the child support people that find the men to put them on child support because y'all be investigating, child.
Y'all be investigating.
My cousins gonna find. They the findologist. They gonna find out. Okay, so she's willing to go to 70. All right. When was your last relationship? You told me this. We already went that far. We did the age.
2025. Yeah.
Okay, you told me. Okay, we did all that. 3 flaws you have to work on.
Oh, my 3 flaws is learning when to properly respond. Because I'll be quick to cut people off once I hear something I don't agree with or don't like. So I'm really working on timing my responses.
Timing your responses.
Yeah. Secondly, I'm working on balance and organization. So because I do so many different entrepreneurial things, my organization has to be on point. Real estate has to cross my I's, dot my T's, comedy, making sure I do that right, and acting and content creating. So I'm learning that. The other flaw is I am like very aggressive. So I have to work on when I'm talking to men because I was with a woman and have dated women. I haven't really learned to talk to men like men. Cause I be quick to call them like cake ass niggas and stuff like that, and that's not cool. So I've been really working on that.
Mm-hmm. But you know what? And I mean that could be a flaw. You know what I'm saying? You got to learn how to control your anger and control yourself and know how to learn how to talk to people. And I think that's an issue that a lot of women have, but they don't never want to acknowledge it. But then, but if a man was to call you out of your name and call you anything other than who you are or what you are, oh my God, these it's a problem. But some people match energies, and I think there are a lot of people who have that issue. You don't know how to communicate. You don't know how to have respect people, but you want the utmost respect and you want the princess treatment, but you don't know how to treat. She's right. A lot of women are that way. You don't know how to talk to a man, and you'd be ready to belittle him and disrespect him. And then when he give that energy back, oh, he's sassy. He's sassy. No, he's just meeting your energy. But there are a lot of women who be ready to call a man, bitch ass this and whatever she said. They be ready to say it, and they don't make no bones about it. That's just how they're used to talking to or addressing men in general. But but they want men to treat them like they're queens and all these types of things. Come on, now, y'all got to get it together. So that is definitely a flaw Let's continue.
What
Just
makes you
being
call him
transparent.
what makes you call him a K-A-N-word?
Right.
Like if they do some stuff that's real sweet, like for instance, when I went on a date recently, this dude was super bedazzled. He had on a crop top, and I was like, "Why you so bedazzled?" And you got on skinny jeans. Like if you ask for the check, your belly button gonna be showing. Like I don't like that. I was like, "That's some cake ass nigga shit." And then he was like, "What the fuck? Why you talking to me like that?" You know, and it didn't work out, but I have to work on that. I was wrong. I had to apologize to him. I was like, "I'm wrong."
Okay.
A man wearing a crop top is crazy. I ain't gonna lie. That's crazy. A man with a crop top, I'm just like, ooh, is that these new YNs doing that? Yeah, that's kind of crazy. But I wouldn't call them. I would just think to myself, you know, damn, that's a little weird. Okay, whatever. Okay, nice me. Whatever. I know. Okay, that's a little suspect. But I'm not gonna call him out his name to his face. That's unnecessary. There are things that you find out. That's the whole point of dating. You date a person, you see things that you don't like or you just can't get with, and you just stay cordial, have respect for them, as long as they're respecting you, and then you move on. You don't have to go that route. That's how things take left turns, you know? Ish Talking, thank you for the super chat, says the hypocrisy, Dee. These women want things from men that they do not possess themselves. Even the studs speaking to how hypocritical they are. You are absolutely right. And I talk about it, and it's just crazy. Yeah, they want what they can't give. And that is hypocritical. You know what I'm saying? And so you're absolutely right. I 100% agree. Thank you for the super chat, Ish Talking. I appreciate you so much. But yeah, I'm just saying, look, if you see something that you don't like within a person, there's a way to handle that. You don't always have to go off on people you don't know. By the way, what if they are crazy and you trigger that crazy? Then what? Like, it's unnecessary, you know. But that's why they have. I'm glad she brought it up and said that's something she needs to work on. At least she's admitting that part because a lot of them don't. Thank you once again. I appreciate you. Let's continue.
Okay. Well, look, first, like, taking accountability is the first step.
Yeah.
All right. And why would a guy be lucky to be?
Oh my God, good point. Hotspot Casino says, but not Hotspot. Hotspot Casino says, and he was bedazzled. Then Soto says, but she wants a man turned into a woman though. Exactly. Child, you should be okay with the bedazzle. Oh Lord, baby, the contradictions. Thank you. Let's continue.
Because I am very self-aware. I'm teachable. I am emotionally mature. I am very ambitious. I'm a great mother. And I love to be a provider. I love to really cater to my partner.
How do you love to be a provider, but you want the person to pay for all the trips and pay for everything? Didn't she say that earlier? That she want the man to pay for everything? She like to take trips, she like to go out, and he has to pay for it all. So what part of the provider part are you talking about? Because I'm sure this is in reference to a relationship where it takes two people. So if you're on one hand, she's saying she wants the person to pay for everything, but then now you're a provider in what way? For yourself and your child, but when it comes to the man, he has to take on everything. That's not provide. Like if you like providing, then it wouldn't be a problem going in 50-50 or going in with a man where y'all pay for things together. But that's not what she said she wanted. Let's continue.
Okay. Well, let's do it. So you are inside the Kendra G Singles dating app, right?
Yes, I am.
I remember. What's your username inside the app?
I think it's LaJoy J. I think.
LA. How you spell it?
Joy. LAJOY.
Okay, there's a couple. Oh, here she goes. Oh, you got that flag though still.
Okay.
You want to be gay still? You still gay?
No,
You don't want to be gay no more? You gay in the app, girl.
I
If you don't want to be,
put Polly on there.
but
That's
you
why
got the
my
gay
bad.
flag. You got the rainbow. Happy
I'm
Pride Month.
taking it out. I renounce my letters.
You gay? You denounce your letters. It's Pride
Yes.
Month. You can't denounce your letters in Pride Month.
Look, it's still Pride
You still
Month.
gay? Nope, you still gay. She's still gay. She's still.
Do men like lesbian women? Let me know in the comments. Are y'all okay with a woman going both ways? Like women and men? Is that a thing? I don't know. Let me know. Do y'all know a bunch of men who are okay with a woman who is a lesbian? Let me know. Night call, what's going on? 411. Thank you for the super chat. It says, I love how safe the country is that a woman can be rude, disrespectful to a man to his face that's been respectful with no worries of consequences or fear, child. Right. And they laugh about it. Night call. It's funny to them, you know? But if a man did that to them, the whole world would lose it. The whole world would look at that as disrespectful and blatantly wrong. But women just do it and nobody bats an eye. It's laughter. That's crazy to me. It's just, we living in a crazy world, y'all. Thank you, Night Call. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for the super chat. No, I am not. No, personally myself, I don't like it, but I like studs who look like a baddie. It's a challenge for me. Ooh. Let's continue.
Okay. It's on and the dating app say the LGBTQ. That's what it say. That's what it say, girl. LGBTQ.
Please, my future husband, come get me.
Okay, future husband. You could be would you get with a woman if your future husband wanted you to?
Yes, we can get a girlfriend together, honey. Just know I'm not just trying to monogamously date these women. Come get me. Ooh. Send me my Uber. Send me a plane. Send me a smoke signal, a bat signal. Just come get me.
And you could be any age. You could be on death row, literally.
Oh my God.
That's what you said? You said close to death?
Okay.
Well, you could be last year. Maybe you be the fun he has for the next 6 months.
You're right. That's what I need. Good life insurance policy, though.
Ooh, see? Let me tell you something. This is why they gotta have kids.
I'm a gold digger. GOAL. Gold digger.
No, gold digger are for people who go and pursue their own goals.
Right.
You
This
a
is my
gold
goal.
digger. GOLD.
Oh
Somebody
my
else's
God.
gold, girl.
How we gonna get to our goals without no gold? Money ain't everything, but it's up there with oxygen for sure. For real.
You gotta breathe on your own, boo-boo. You can't have nobody else can breathe. You gotta get there. You gotta breathe on your own. You can't depend on the breathing machine to breathe for you because you might die. You gotta breathe on your own. So you gotta depend on yourself for your oxygen, honey. Unless something's wrong with you, nothing wrong with you. You can't depend on somebody else's resources to keep you alive. I'm just saying, so this sounds like this does sound like a gold digger trying to get somebody with the gold so that you can benefit off of it because you need that in your life. You need that money. You need that extra stuff. And this is not unusual. This is typical of a lot of women. When they are tired of doing it themselves, they're looking for somebody else to mooch off of. That's the whole point of getting a man with more money than you so that he have enough to spend on you and your child and take care of you for a lifetime. That's what is happening. And this is why men are walking away. Men don't want no gold diggers. Men want somebody who want to be in it with them, not you just trying to take. They work hard for their money. They work hard to achieve the level of status that they have. And they don't want somebody just coming in trying to take. Hell no. And they don't offer much in return. No. Hell no.
I remember that, y'all.
Money ain't everything, but it's close to oxygen.
For sure. We can't make nothing out here without it.
Oh my God, that is funny. All right, she's inside the Kendra G Singles dating app. LaJoy is her name. She's in Dallas, 31 years old, cancer, one child that's 14, was once married to a woman. She's looking for a man only, works in real estate, and as a comedian, she likes older men preferably. She'll go 40 years older, 70, but you got to be, hey, Big Daddy, Big Daddy as in coins. And
right. So, child. Yeah, these women are full of shit. Like, you know now. They want to provide, what y'all call it? Not just a provider, but a sponsor. You want a sponsor. You want somebody who, preferably if they are older, you want a sugar daddy. Somebody that's super old, preferably that you don't have to give no coochie to. You don't have to do nothing for. You don't have to cook, clean, do nothing. He just spend a little time with him here and there, make him feel good while he pay all your bills and take care of you. Take you and pay for your trips and all that and don't care about what you do. And that's what they're looking for. Night Call 411, thank you for the super chat, says, if today's women view relationship/marriage as transactional/opportunity, then love, marriage no longer exists in 2026. Yeah, because first off, men, it's causing men to not even want marriage, because if this is the type of women that are out there, who wants to marry that? I was a man, I wouldn't want to get married with these type of women. Hell no, there's no benefit in that. You just somebody's wallet. They're not trying to do anything. They don't really care. There's no real loyalty there. They don't really want you. They just want your money, and that's it. And nobody wants to just be that for somebody. You don't even get anything out of that. It's a waste of time. So yeah, most men don't view marriage the same because there aren't women who actually view marriage the way they should. So yeah, they're opting out. Thank you, Night Call. Once again, I appreciate you, bro. Yeah, so yeah, these women are gold diggers for sure. They just want to get money out of men, and that's it. And that's what we've been saying. This is why I find it so interesting that you will find men in these social media spaces who will tell other men, oh my God, you don't DM her. What do you say? Don't DM her good morning and grand rising. DM her some money. You got men who literally tell other men to just send money to complete strangers to show and prove to her that you're interested in her. I'm like, are you crazy? These women are laughing right to the bank. They looking at you like a sucker, like a stupid sucker. That's how they look at men who do that. I'm telling you, women don't respect men who do that. Because they know what it is. They're asking, and they know that they shouldn't be, but they're gonna do it if you're willing to acquiesce to them. They know that you are a simp of a man if you just willing to just pay her bills and give her money just because. They know that that's not the behavior that you should be having. That's why they don't respect it. And this is why they give the coochie to the men who don't buy them a goddamn burger. That's why they give their bodies to the men that they are attracted to who don't have to do half of that. They have more respect and loyalty to a man who wouldn't even buy them a pack of gum because she wants to be with him. Once again, it goes back to this idea or the reality that a man that a woman really wants, she does not put him through all of that. She does not enforce that he make all this money and buy all these things because she really likes him. The one that she really don't like, she don't care what you do or what hoops you jump through, what levels or you go to get her what she want, because that's all she want from you. And if you can't do it, she'll shame you and let you know what it really is. That's why it doesn't pay to do that, because these women don't want men who just go, even though they say, oh, a man should cater to a woman. No, they want you to go overboard, be above and beyond, because they don't give a damn. They don't care how much money you spend. They don't care how you get it, what you got to do to get it, what it's going to cost. They don't care. As long as you give it to them, that's it, because that's all they want. And the minute you can't do it anymore, they're on to the next. They never cared in the first place. A woman who cares about you, she's not going to be worried about that. Now, if you level up because you start doing things to better your circumstances and you want to be with her, that's even better for her because she really likes you and you're willing to do something, but she'll be willing to work with that guy. If Pookie decided I want to level up, I want to do better for myself, let me go get me a job, learn a trade or do something for himself and decide, okay, I'm going to be with this woman because she's been loyal to me, and he levels up and he gets a job, oh, she'll be right there working right with him. They'll be building together because she wants to be with him. It boils down to the woman really wanting to be with you and really likes you. That determines her level of expectations. I'm not saying that you shouldn't be doing anything, but women are more inclined to work with a man that they really like. The ones they don't like, this is why a woman could go with an old 80-year-old, because she don't really like him. She just wants his money. And she'll give him a little bit of time if he's asking for it, because she knows she's getting the money. But the guy that she really likes, she's not going to expect, or she just want him to show up halfway. She want him to just show interest and show that he cares and show that he is willing to do something, and she's willing to be there for him because she likes him. It's not a hard thing to accept. It's just what it is. And I'm telling you, a lot of these women look at these dudes and be like, oh, he's lame, girl. They're telling their girlfriends how lame and stupid you are. And they're just getting your money all the way to the bank. I'll never forget this guy displayed that on a Instagram. I think this woman he was paying her bills, but she never wanted to talk to him. She never wanted to hang out with him because she didn't like him. She wasn't physically attracted to him. She just wasn't attracted to it. But because he liked her so much, she felt that she could ask him for something and he was willing to do it. He said he was paying her bills and all every month faithfully because he made good money. And she was not answering his calls. Every time, look, she's too busy to hang out with him. He was looking for some time for her. Like, hey, I'm doing this for you. Well, what, you don't have time for me? And then she was just ignoring him. So then he stopped paying her bills. And what did she do? She showed up to where his job, broke the windows out his car. Literally, his glass was all cracked. And then she cussed him out and said he was lame anyway. Not shocking to me. It ain't shocking to me. Because I know this is the nature of women. I know how they act. I've heard them talk about it. I've been in the circles of women who say exactly what I'm telling you. I didn't agree with it, but I definitely know that's how a lot of these women, the women who move this way, that's how they move. They don't give a damn. That's why I be saying it don't make no sense to spend all your money and go out of your way for these women who could care less about you. They don't care anything about you. As long as you got some money for them and you're going to give it to them, they're going to take it. And they'll give you a little bit of time, talk to you here and there, but for the most part, they don't care. Bottom line. So treat a female right, she'll treat you wrong. Treat her wrong, she'll treat you exactly. That's why people wondering, some of these men be wondering how the Pookies get it, because she's attracted to him. She like him. Why she likes him, I don't know. But she like him. He you know, and that's all that matters. He don't have to have a place. She'll give him a place to stay. She'll cook for him. She'll do whatever she got to do to get his attention and pray and hope and pray that he takes her seriously and want to make her the main chick. Be having other chicks and everything. They'll fight the chicks, but don't leave him alone. They don't look at him as being disrespectful when he got a whole bunch of women and her. As long as he's allowing her to be a part of his life, she's cool with it. It's so backwards, I'm telling you. It doesn't make sense, but it makes sense to them. But y'all, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. Thank y'all once again for being here. I appreciate y'all for rocking with me, y'all. Shout out to everybody who gave us Super Chat or Cash App. Shout out to y'all for being here and for hitting the like button. Hit the like button on your way out. Listen, make sure you guys are watching the videos posted on the channel. I try to post videos every single day. So make sure you go over and watch the videos and get the views up and leave a like and a comment just to let me know it's real, y'all. Also, if you are in the building and you haven't subscribed, but you like the content, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, you guys. And turn on your notification bell to be notified when I upload new content, all right? So thank y'all once again. I appreciate y'all for being here. Y'all stay tuned for more. Put a 1 in the chat really quickly if y'all want to see more live streams. If you want to see more live streams, put a 1 in the chat real quickly, and I'll try to do more for y'all. But if not, we're going to keep the live streams to Tuesdays and Fridays, hopefully. But if you want to see more live updates or live streams, at least for an hour, hour and a half, put a 1 in the chat for your girl. Shout out to y'all. I appreciate y'all so much. Thank y'all so much for the laugh, for being here, for the support. I can't thank y'all enough. All right. So make sure you guys stay tuned for more. Hit the like button on your way out. What's going on, Lorenzo? I see you in the building. Thank you so much for being here. And I will see you guys really, really soon. Thank y'all once again. I appreciate you. Make sure you supporting the channel also via super thanks as well. Okay, that definitely helps the channel, y'all. So don't forget to support in that way. Also, purchase a t-shirt, or if you want to purchase my husband's singles, all of those links are in the description. That definitely helps as well. So thank y'all once again. I appreciate you guys. Y'all stay tuned for more. I'll be back really, really soon. Y'all be safe out here in these streets, and I will catch you in the next one. Mwah! I love y'all. See y'all later. Bye.
It's DeeDeesReactions. Subscribe, cause you know it's a vibe. It's DeeDeesReactions. Tell a friend, it's DeeDeesReactions. It's DeeDeesReactions. DeeDeesReactions. Later.